Apparently, in the last year alone, 40 police constables and members of police staff from Staffordshire Police were investigated for sexual misconduct. Now, that's 1.143% of the entire force, which might not sound like a lot, but let's be fair, it's not really a large percent. But as we have seen, a single person can commit a horrific number of offences if they are depraved degenerates. Now, this number has been said to have been an upward trend. In other words, it's getting worse, with 17 complaints from the general public and 23 reports were internal reports, meaning that police were reporting police. At a meeting between Staffordshire Police and Crime Commissioner Ben Adams and senior police from the force, Adams said, "What we seem to have here is nearly a doubling in the number of officers or staff who are going through some sort of process in the last 12 months. We need to talk about that because the public are hearing that and they're concerned." Deputy Chief Constable Emma Barnett said, "I think it is fair to say we do want to see more reporting. We want both the public and our own staff to come forward and report concerns that they may have about colleagues. We've done a lot of work over the last 2 years around what we consider is the main corruption threat, which is around sexual misconduct." Do we? Do we really want more reporting, or do we want less reporting because it's not happening as much? I mean, the police mentality these days is that the more people they arrest means they're doing a better job. I disagree. I think that if the police did their job properly and the justice system dealt with offenders properly, there would be a reduction in reports because less people were committing the crimes. But then that's more of a perfect world than the one we actually live in, unfortunately. Barnett added, "In 2022 we had 40 cases concerning what we term sexual misconduct. That was a third increase on the previous year, which was itself a 70% rise on the preceding year. So we are very much on an upward trend. I do put some of that down to the fact that we've been talking about this. We've had a lot of training so that all of our staff are fully aware of what's not acceptable. We've had a campaign using a former officer who had a dreadful experience years ago, and that has really hit home amongst our colleagues. We have seen more complaints." Now, the other issue I see is that police are more likely to complain about their colleagues if they're the victim, whereas if it's a member of the public is the victim of some deranged plot, their colleagues tend to keep stum and not actually report them. I think that if police were coming forward to report their colleagues' behaviour when dealing with the public, then the public would be way more on side with police than they currently are, but it's not something I can see happening because it's the right thing to do, and police tend to have an issue with doing the right thing. Police and Crime Commissioner Ben Adams said he wanted the very highest standards at Staffordshire Police, with no bullying, no abuse and certainly no stepping beyond the line as far as the public interface is concerned. Now, I don't think that Staffordshire will be the only force with an upward trend of sexual misconduct cases, but time will tell. However, it does prove to me that they are more concerned about themselves when they are victims than they are when the victims are the general public.